everybody, how's it going? This is Danny, the Wicked Awesome Gardener, here in my room, which is currently my growing space until I get things settled. But I wanted to get you an update on the MIG Grow Off 2022 because it's been about a couple of weeks and these radishes have really overgrown the 6 cells. I've been slacking on getting things done and transplanted. Sorry. By the way, put in the comments hashtag that sauce because we are team garden sauce and we are bringing that sauce. So the reason that it took so long to get these potted up into a planter is I ordered a 5-gallon grow bag from Amazon, and it's definitely not 5 gallons. This is it. This fits about a gallon of milk with a little bit of space. I could put a 5-gallon planter in this and it would still be double the height. So this is not enough growing space. This is no way a 5-gallon planter. If anything, it's 3. So you know what? I'll use it for something else, maybe some pretty flowers, but not for the grow off. So what I did do is I went to Walmart. I didn't want to grow in a 5-gallon bucket. I wanted a 5-gallon planter or a 5-gallon grow bag that was a little wider than it was tall, because those 5-gallon buckets that you get like from Home Depot or whatever are just so deep, but I'm not really growing anything that does really deep roots. I've got radishes, I've got bok choy, I've got lettuce, I've got basil. So those aren't going to be like a foot deep of roots really that bad. So I don't need all of that. I want to kind of be able to grow more, so I need to give out more space this way. I went to Walmart. I had a 5-gallon bucket with me to use to judge against the size of a planter. So this planter is a 14-inch across planter and it's a little bit shallower. I took a 5-gallon bucket, I put it in here, and it was about 3 or 4 inches higher, but this had like about an inch of space around. So this is going to be the same amount of soil that would go in a 5-gallon bucket. I figured that fits the rules. It's also self-watering and it's not going to leak all over my floors. So we've got that going for it too. I don't have to worry about trying to drill holes because I don't have tools right now because everything is in storage. So in the spirit of working with what I got, you're going to see some interesting workarounds. But self-watering, not going to ruin my floor, same amount of soil volume as a 5-gallon bucket. We are good to go. What am I using for my soil mix? Well, I'm working with what I have because I can't really go out and shop for extras right now. The planter was enough. So what I have is a Miracle Grow moisture control potting mix. We're going to go with that. It's a little hydrophobic, so we're going to mix it really good with some water. So I'm really going to get in there and get my hands in the soil, which for January feels great. Is anybody else like me? And you get your hands in the soil and it's just, it's peace. The smell of the dirt, the feel of it, it's just, we're gardening, we're growing, spring is coming, we're getting this done. In addition to the potting mix, I'm also going to put in some fertilizer. I do have a friend who is going to give me some of her rabbit's leavings. So we're going to use some of that rabbit manure to put into the soil eventually. But I just haven't had a chance to get over there and get that from her. But in the meantime, I've got something really great. A big old bag of MI Gardener's Trifecta Plus. So we're going to use that to help fertilize the soil, help feed these hungry little plants, especially these radishes, because man, do they need to get in some dirt, have some space, have some food to start growing me some food. So let's get to it. Look at that little jungle of food. Those radishes are way overgrown, ready to get out of there. I'm not going to plant all of them into my planter. Some of them I'm just going to snack on and eat right now. You know, a little bit of nutrition-packed punch there with baby radishes. The basil is just starting to come up. I think I might kind of leave that if I can. These lettuces I'm going to separate a little bit because they are fine. And unfortunately, despite replanting, I still have no tomatoes, no cucumbers. So I think I'm just going to have a bucket filled with greens. But you know what? It's food. I will take it. So we'll get our potting soil in there. Woo, dusty. It's so dry. Like I said, a little hydrophobic. I'm going to have to do some sweeping. Look at that dust. Woohoo! Yeah, don't leave your potting soil out in the cold because the cold air of a New England winter will suck every bit of moisture out. And so I'm slowly emptying this because I don't want a big poof of dust as it comes out. Smell that soil though, guys. I wish I had smell-o-vision because the smell of some nice potting soil just, oh, so good. That is the smell of spring right there. All right. Did I get it all? All right, I didn't make a big mess on the floor. Yay. Yeah, that is some dry soil. Now, in the spirit of using what we have, I don't actually have a bowl or bucket that I can put water in at the moment. So I got a big old pot of water. We're just going to pop some of that in there. Not too much at one time. We're just going to get in there and mix that. Should have maybe put some paper down or something around this because it is still getting pretty messy over here. Then I'm going to add in this Trifecta Plus. Got some pelletized sulfur, nitrogen, phosphorus, calcium, all that good jazz. I'm just going to kind of scratch it into the top because we want these to become plant available pretty quickly. I'm going to get some more down in deep. I know some people say this stuff is stinky, but I think it's great. So, ha ha ha. Look at those gardening hands. So, we're going to go pop out these poor radishes that hopefully I'm not going to damage their roots too much. I definitely let them become root bound, and that's like the worst thing you can do for radishes. So, I'm going to get those all out. There's those. Now, can any of these be transplanted, pulled out? Ugh, radishes are so finicky, and I hate that I'm having to do this to them right now. Ugh. If I don't get any radishes at all, I will not be surprised. But, you know what? Radish greens are good sauteed, so we'll just work with that. These are practically fallen out, so I don't have to pull those or hurt those at all. Giving them plenty of room to bulb out and become radishes. I'll go with that. And I'm rushing a little bit only because my phone just let me know that I only have 2 minutes more. So you know what? I'm going to pause this right here. I'm going to plant these up. I'm going to come back for a goodbye. There we go. Pot is full. We have radishes around the sides. We have some bok choy, and then we have a couple of the, I think this is the tango leaf lettuce. The ruby red leaf lettuce is not ready yet. I mean, there's a couple of little seedlings in here, but they need a little bit more time. The basil needs a little bit more time before I start to transplant those. With what I've planted here, whatever is in here that does not survive the transplant, then I will then take these and put them in their place. And if they all survive, well, then I will go ahead and pop a few things in here and there. It is very crowded, but that's how I roll. So there you have it. I've got my planter all planted up. I've got a little bit more growing in there. And hopefully, I mean, I've replanted some more tomato seeds. This is the 42-day tomato from M.I. Gardner. And the Space Master cucumbers, and I don't see any sign of germination. I have, what is this, 60 days? I don't think I can get a cucumber or a tomato to produce in that amount of time, but maybe I can get them to grow up. But now I'm thinking, might have been a little ambitious, and there's not enough room in this pot, the way that I've really packed it with all these greens, and we'll have to see if they germinate. I like to live dangerously, so maybe I will try a third time to germinate these seeds, but maybe, I don't know, maybe they're just no longer good. I don't know. I mean, I figured 10 seeds, I should get some germination out of one of those 2 packs, but maybe not. So I might try again with the baggy method, see if that works to get some sprouting, transfer them to soil, give it a shot, maybe just stuff it in there somewhere. I'm sure I can lose 1 or 2 radishes to make space. But, we'll see. And as promised, I'm going to eat the leftovers. This is radish sprouts, bok choy, and tango leaf lettuce, and it's a snack. If you have never eaten baby radishes for the leaves, you are missing out. They are delicious, just picked raw. You can also saute radish greens, even a little bit more mature than this. You don't want like full on, like cut them off the radish and throw them in and saute them, because they can get a little bitter. But if you harvest them a bit early, and there are actually even radish varieties that you grow for the foliage. So definitely look into those, because these, tasty. They taste just like a radish. Nice little spice to it. I love to saute the greens with the radishes, a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper. Just delicious. So we've got some successes, some failures, but that's okay. I'm going to keep trying, because failure is not the garden sauce way. We keep trying until we find a way that works. That's it for today. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Watch some of the other channels that are doing the MIG Grow Off 2022. You can use the hashtag MIG Grow Off 2022 to find everybody else's videos. Cheer on Team Garden Sauce. That's Lioncrest Outdoors' team. Make sure you check out everybody's videos. There's a lot of really cool things going on. People doing some really creative things. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. We're really drilling in on those watch time hours. We're starting to pick up, which is great, but I've hit my 1 year. So now every day I'm losing a little bit of my watch time as I'm gaining. So it's not as big an impact. So go ahead, watch some of my older videos, and I will see you in our next video, where we're going over how I transformed this bedroom. It's my Porcine Renovationista series. I'll see you there. I've got a seed haul coming up. I've got my seed inventory, my garden plans. There's just a million things coming. So I will see you in those videos. Have a great day. Hashtag that sauce in the comments. Bye-bye.